Welcome back everyone to some more F1 2021 My Team Career Mode Season 7. We're heading into round 7 of the season as we enter the Canadian Grand Prix weekend. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do here after a stunning result for the team, Michael Schumacher and myself on the podium, but also making a strategy blunder a bit. So let's see if we can make up for it and head to Canada for some solid points. Before we continue though, just want to make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that red subscribe button down below is pressed. Hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. More F1 2021 content is going up, so please be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you guys so much for your support, and let's move on with the video today. And it's time for qualifying around the Canadian Grand Prix circuit, but first, practice session showed us that the car is basically undrivable. I had so much vibration going through the controller, so that means that the car is somehow losing grip to the ground and also having a lot of tire wear issues. Tire wear didn't seem to be all too big of a problem because we did have the tire management program and we passed that with purple colors. So I'm assuming it's something to do with the power delivery. The car is too powerful for its liking and it can't find the balance between a good acceleration pace and a good braking pace. What I mean by that is that the car is too quick, so as soon as I exit a turn, it immediately enters a wheel spin moment because the power delivery is too strong. And also when we go to the braking point, the brakes just don't work at all because they are way too unreliable. And yeah, all these upgrades that we've done just makes the car too quick for its liking, so there's no balance in the car. So that is a bit of a problem. Hopefully we can manage it during the race. I did lose the car a couple times during practice, most notably in second practice session. I spun the car and hit the wing into the wall, so I had to abort the lap. But otherwise, I tried my best to try to get some of the programs done, but I just couldn't get race strategy done. I didn't have the pace, and I was in the back half of the grid for most of the time. P15, somewhere like P18, I think. Those were the two positions I was in. Michael Schumacher, though, was in the front 10, so that is good to see. Hopefully he can carry us today. Canada is supposed to be a strong circuit for us, but with an unreliable car like this, unstable car, it's going to be almost impossible to score some decent points, score some decent lap times too. So it's going to be overall a frustrating day, I'm assuming. We can wait and see. Let's just try our best here. Let time fly here. Try to go into Q3 in qualifying, which I'm hoping to do. Hopefully we can do it. We will see. Alright. Let's try to bring this home. Not quite sure how good of a lap this is. 106.5. We're second, just behind Leclerc. So we should be on good track to compete in Q2. Let's just go back to garage. I just can't. I want to drive as little as possible in this car. Alright, there we go. We are P2 with Michael Schumacher in P3. 3/10 off the pace of Charles Leclerc, 106.1. AI does seem to be slowing down. Interesting. Again, AI is broken. Mazepin, Eilert, Aitken, Schwartzman, Ticktum, and Lungard gets knocked out. We're moving on to Q2, so let's see what he can do there. First lap of Q2. Let's see if we can get a good run in. That was a poor chicane. But yeah, we're P2 again. We did set the fastest sector 3 though. Alright, the one lap is good enough. We were 11,000th away from Max Verstappen. Michael Schumacher is in 5th. Carlos Sainz, Perez, Latifi, Raikkonen, Hamilton, and Zhou get knocked out. So let's move on to Q3 and see where we place for the race in the shootout. Moment of truth here as we try to cross the line. I don't know if that was good enough. We avoided the wall of champions, which is most important. Fastest lap.
You've just put in the fastest lap. Good job.
Let's see if we need another lap. good run in Q3. The one lap was good enough. We almost ran out of fuel at the end, so we missed out on another lap. So 106.1 is the fastest, and we get pole position. Leclerc is splitting the two Solid Racing cars apart with Schumacher in third, so he's right behind me. So let's see what we can do from P1 and P3. It looks like a double podium is very likely, but fingers crossed that is the case. Knock on wood, we don't jinx it. Let's move on to race day and see if we can get double podium again.
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history. It could be the cause of a safety car today. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Let's talk about the Golden Boy. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. The Golden Boy lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Michael Schumacher, Verstappen, George Russell and Norris, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Stroll and Esteban Ocon, Sainz, Perez, Nicholas Latifi and Raikkonen, Hamilton, Joe, Christian Lundgaard and Daniel Ticktum. Ireland, Mazepin, Schwartzman. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Jack Aitken. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Let's get going then. Let's take a look at our race strategy. Soft, medium. I like the thought process here, but I want to put my medium stand in between. That is going to look nice. Let's see. Okay, yeah, 10, 15, 10. That's the way we're going to put it. And we're going to drop our fuel load by 1.5 laps this time. Try and coast a lot more and try to keep the car in decent shape, maybe even more. Let's go 2 laps. Let's go big or go home. 2.2 laps of fuel in the deficit. All right, let's get going then here in Canada. Let's hope for a good race here. Schumacher right behind me. 5 red lights and it's lights out and away we go. Decent start. Defending the inside line against Leclerc. Oh, Schumacher's lost out. Oh, Schumacher's falling. Let's see. So much sliding. Because this car is not stable at all. I do have a solid setup. But the car has poor power delivery, as you can see there. Oh my god. What are you doing, fam? So inconsistent with the power delivery of this car. Absolutely broken. Oh, green flag. Why is that? Oh, it's just traffic going through that hairpin. Like, look at that. Wheel spin out of that turn. Don't understand how that's possible. Fastest lap, of course. Okay, interesting. So far so good. Leclerc and Verstappen are right behind me. They are within the tacking distance, so to say. Alright, crossing the line here. Let's see, another fastest lap with the 108. Ooh, that's quite slow actually. I have a theory here with the vehicle. I am unable to save fuel as well as I hope to because the power delivery in the car is unstable. So no matter when I press down the accelerator, the code reads that I am accelerating like 120% of the normal. So fuel is leaving the car like mad. No matter how much fuel efficient upgrades I put into the car, I think the code reads that it's using 120%, 130% fuel. So to say, like rich fuel mixture in the previous game, you know. So that is why the fuel is draining like mad, I think. There's no other explanation. Like I coast a lot and I try to drive very efficiently, but I lose whatever I saved immediately and some more because of that code, I think. So the car is absolutely effed, I think. It's a joke of a car now. Fully maxed out is a joke of a car. Like I can't drive it. Plus the brakes are unreliable as well, so I just can't. I just can't drive it. I don't trust the car, so I can't be really fast with it. Look, I skid out of turns as well. No matter how high I put the aerodynamics. I'm running 10-9 wings, hello. I shouldn't be sliding at all. And it's not like the rear end is sliding either. It's like all four wheels are sliding. So it means the car is too quick for its liking. Alright, people are going into pits now. I'm going a little longer. Lap 10 I'm dipping in for mediums. Let's hope Michael Schumacher gets a good pit stop as well as a good run. Good number of stints so that he's back up on the podium. I think he was P5 when he entered, so let's hope he maintains it or gets the undercut on some of these other cars. Box this lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Alright, so we're going in for new mediums. We have a pit stop delta. Wow. We're gonna exit P1 now. Let's go into the pits, get a new set of tires on. Let's hope for a good stint on the mediums. Again, you see the power delivery is causing the rear end to be more, to be quicker with wear than the front end. Which shouldn't be happening around Canada, I think. I think Canada is a fairly balanced tire wear circuit. Okay, Lundgaard is also pitting this lap.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
Copy that. You see, I have so much wheel spin on the rear. That's because the power is too high on the rear. No matter how well I balance the car, it's impossible because there's too much power going through the rear tires. So I think that's also what caused Azerbaijan to be so bad, because I don't remember my rears dying off that quickly. And when Jeff offered us a one stop, so 2-stint strategy, I was like, sure, because I've never experienced that before. I've never seen the rears go so quickly. I mean, Azerbaijan is already a very rear heavy Grand Prix, but I've never experienced it that bad. And you can see here in Canada as well, the rears are going much faster than the front, so I don't know. Seems like the game is just dead. Plus, what's going on with the AI? Like, why is the AI so slow all of a sudden? Oh, Nicholas Latifi's out. Interesting. What caused that? It just seems like it's an engine issue. Oh my god, stop slipping, bro. That is because of power delivery. Swear to god, man. Inconsistent power delivery. That's the main reason I'm slipping a lot.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow.
Oh, Verstappen's in the pits. Bunch of people are in the pits for the final pit stop. I'm still going until lap 25. So yeah, it's pretty much a standard race around here. Schumacher's in as well.
Michael is in the pits.
I have a lap of fuel to make up right now. 1 lap in the deficit. So we're going to continue lifting and coasting a lot. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
We're going in. We should be releasing ahead of Verstappen on the softs. So we should be in good shape. 21%, 23% wear. Let's go in. Nice. Dan Tictum's out. Oh, safety car. Okay, interesting. Tictum must have crashed or something. We got lucky. Extremely lucky. We got a free pit stop, essentially. I mean, we already had the gap, but we just got a even more of a beneficial pit stop. Plus, we can save the softs for the end of the Grand Prix. Oh god, the safety car is going. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. What just happened? Hold on a sec. It says catch safety car queue. Wait, did I just... I was driving next to a safety car. And it just glitched me past. Oh, the safety car glitched for everyone. So that's 1 less lap of of safety car, huh? Or 1 additional lap of safety car because I was able to get past him. We could end on a safety car potentially if we keep doing that glitch. That's a safety car glitch. That's hilarious. Okay, the safety car glitch from earlier has made me wonder what happens if I bother him. Whatever. That was a hilarious glitch. Off we go. Safety car's in. We're just gonna get things started.
We're leading our teammate by 12.4 seconds.
Off we go. So far so good. Great start. This is looking good. 2 purple sectors. Because we have low fuel, our car is a lot faster now. We got 6 laps left as we cross the line now. Our car's a lot lighter. Let's see what time this is. Might be a 107. Yeah, 107.2.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Where's the pace, guys? Where's the pace? 107.2 is quite slow. And if that's the fastest lap, that's kind of shambolic.
The gap behind us
Final
is
lap.
1.9 seconds.
Interesting Grand Prix. Let's bring it across the line then.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is
Oh,
empty.
feels nice. Feels nice. Let's bring it across the line now. Finish line is in sight. Oh, dominant victory. Teammate status.
We're leading our teammate by 8.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 10th. The time last lap was a 1:11.1.
There we go. Victory.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
That's it then for another magnificent Canadian Grand Prix, and they've hung on to take a sublime victory here today. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Taking care of the car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, but look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of this Grand Prix.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
Well, that's a good victory under our belts. All Ferrari engine powered vehicles on the top three. Interesting. But yeah, that was it for the race today. Yeah, it was fairly boring for the most part. I wonder how long the video is going to be, but yeah, that was good. Another P1 in the books for us. So that is the results of the Canadian Grand Prix. We take P1 with the fastest lap. Myself in P1, Leclerc in P2, and Sainz in P3 to round out the podium. Norris, Tsunoda, Stroll, Ocon, Hamilton, Schumacher, and Lundgaard rounding out the top 10. Sergio Perez, Schwartzman, Zhou, Aiken, Island, Mazepin, Giovinazzi, Verstappen, Russell, and Raikkonen round out the finishers, with Ticktum and Latifi not finishing the race today. Let's take a look at the standings then. Where do we sit? 153 points after today's victory with the fastest lap as well. 64 points for Charles Leclerc. He's 89 points away from us. And 57 points for Lando Norris, who is 96 points behind us. Carlos Sainz on 51, etc., etc. Schumacher drops a bit. He's on level terms with Giovinazzi on 27 points. Let's take a look at the constructors then. We have a 65-point gap to Ferrari. They closed the gap a tiny bit, I think, after getting 2 podiums. We have 180 points, they have 115. Alpine overtakes Alfa Romeo, 61 points for Alpine, 59 for Alfa Romeo. McLaren and AlphaTauri on 58 and 54 respectively overtake Mercedes, who are now on 53. Haas is at the bottom still. Williams in 10th with 21 points. So that is still all to play for. It's still early doors. So we'll see how this progresses over the course of the season. Alright, that was one heck of a Grand Prix. It was quite bizarre that the AI was so slow. They just seemed to get slower and slower and slower throughout the race weekend. So I'll take a look, see if there was anything wrong with the AI level. If there was, then I will rectify for the next one. If there wasn't any change, then I just don't know what to do with it. It's so inconsistent, the AI, and I think even with F1 2020, the idea was that the longer you went, the more seasons you played, the more broken the AI got. So I think it's repeating itself again. I think it has something to do with the RNG of the AI, the random skill levels, the focus. There's so many variables at play here that the AI is probably mixing things up and making some unrealistic situations and pace times. So I just don't know. I'm not a computer scientist. I'm not a game developer, so I don't know that stuff. But hopefully maybe one of you guys know, or Codemasters will notice it and then rectify it in a future game or something. I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's out of our control, so today seemed like that kind of day. We'll see. But yeah, overall that was a very interesting Grand Prix with a safety car and whatnot. We got lucky with it indeed. Ticktum lost his car and just lost it. But yeah, we have a lot of good racing done today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next time will be France, I believe. So if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you leave a like, subscribe using the red subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when I upload next. More F1 2021 My Team content, driver career mode content, and other gaming videos are going up. So please be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys at the next Grand Prix.